touchy subject time.
I don't have an issue with dual citizenship. My issue is when somebody is holding a U.S. office and they are putting a foreign nation's interest before America's interest.
100%.
And they're favoring that other country. And so that to me is treason. Like when you are a U.S. government official, your motivation should be to do things in the best interest of the government that you are representing, not 100%. Some other fucking foreign country. And that's the problem.
Okay, so, but go through it. So what is the solution? Meaning, if Israel's the enemy, then if let's just say you don't do anything and everybody in the Middle East unites to take out Israel, do you think the Middle East is better without Israel? And do you think the world's a safer place without Israel?
100%. It's not even close.
Okay, tell me why. Why do you think?
Give me an argument otherwise, please.
But
give me one argument why the world would be better off with Israel. Let's just start with that. One thing. Give me one thing.
Have you ever lived in the Middle East?
Okay. No.
I lived there for 10.5 years. It's a very, it's not as like here. You can sit here, you can be an atheist, you can be an agnostic, I can be a Christian, you can be a Jew.
Not the crazy stories about like terrorists or bombings or, you know, Talibans or jihadists or Islamic blah, blah, blah. Just freedom of religion. That's his.
He can be an LDS, Muslim, no problem. We can coexist here. You can do that in Israel. You can do that.
I mean, not really. They're operating apartheid right now. So everybody's not living.
Yeah, but why is he acting like the other places in the Middle East? There's no freedom of religion. There's Christians. There's all kinds of things everywhere. Like, I don't understand. Is he talking specifically about Iran? Because like, I don't understand how Iran is the dictator of the entire Middle East. You know, like I don't.
Equally.
Not at the level of Iran. Not at the level of what Iran is doing. I mean, in Iran, if you're thinking what Israel is doing out of control, do you know how much money Khamenei's families made?
Yeah, but okay, why not North Korea? Where is your passion for North Korean people and what's happening in North Korea? How come you're specifically only protecting one small country because they're our greatest ally, right? Like, but are they? Like, I don't understand. What kind of greatest ally keeps taking money from us knowing that we're so, like, what, 35 trillion in debt? I don't know. I stopped paying attention last year, but you know what I mean? Like,
do you know how much money they've taken? They have 200.
I've never been to Iran, but I've been to Dubai. I've been to Saudi. Like, I've been to UAE. So, like, and they're all Muslim. They seem to be operating fine.
I would say Iran's slightly different than. But go back to it. So, okay. So you think?
So why doesn't the Middle East come together and take out Iran? Like, I don't understand why we're having this conversation in this way.
The Middle East and the world would be a better place if Israel didn't exist.
Yes.
Okay. So he's basically trying to insinuate that the only reason Iran's not crazy is because Israel's there. But that's exactly what Netanyahu says. He goes something like, the only reason Iran doesn't come after America is because we're standing in the way. And that just sounds crazy to me. Like, you're like, what, 7.5 million people? We are 350 million. Like, I don't understand why you act like you're the big brother.
Okay. Israel's committed, so many terrorist attacks. They're stealing land right now. They're operating in apartheid. They're currently committing a genocide on Palestinians. Like, do you believe in the genocide they're committing?
I think they're fighting for themselves and they're defending themselves.
Do you think that's defense? Well, when 1,200 people died, and of which the 1,200 you've killed and admitted that you've killed a lot during, your handle.
I will tell you this. The part I question where people who are Jewish can't stand when I say this, I don't know how you, Netanyahu, claim you have the best intelligence in the world, Mossad, and you didn't know that on October 7th they're attacking
you. They knew about it. They didn't. They wanted it to happen, so they had a reason to take that. Yeah, they wanted a reason to take the land.
I totally get it.
And they killed their own citizens. And they claimed that all these people got raped. That was bullshit. They claimed beheaded babies. That was bullshit. Everything that they said was a fucking complete. Not only was it a lie, but they committed all those atrocities themselves to the Palestinians and been caught doing it. In fact, they just got caught gang raping Palestinians. How many babies have they killed? All the things that they.
I saw that on the news where the dude was like, "Of course we did it, and we should make it a standard." I forget the word that he said exactly, but like a standard practice as punishment.
Right. The Palestinians.
Who says that
Hamas
out loud on the news?
Or whatever, they're guilty of 100-fold themselves.
So you
and they've been doing that. Like, October 7th wasn't the start of this. Like the start of this was Nakba. They've done so many different.
Disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, so I mean, this is not like, it's not like October 7th is like, it's all of a sudden they just came over there unsolicited and just killed people. Like they have been killing Palestinians for years and years, operating two sets of justice. You know, it's like they have the justice for the Palestinians and the justice for the Israelis. And if you read the Talmud, like, you know, if you're not Jewish, you're basically not a human. You're like, you know, like cattle. If a Jew is, you know, is killed by, you know, somebody that's not Jewish, then it's the death penalty. If a Jew kills somebody that's not a Jew, then, you know, you can't kill them. It's not the death penalty. Like they literally like segregate in their Bibles.
They're very protective of themselves. I don't think anybody can debate that. I don't think.
Just name any other country that you could say that about, and he would come out with the same sentence where he's just like, "Oh, they're very protective of themselves." Like,
it's not the problem isn't that they're protective of themselves. The problem comes when you think that you're better than other people, and you think it's okay to lie to anybody that's not a Jew. You think it's okay to steal from people that are not a Jew. You have two sets of standards. The problem with that is it allows you to rationalize anything, right? And human beings are generally self-serving creatures. So if your fundamental religious belief system allows you to operate in such a way that you believe there isn't consequences to stealing from other people, killing other people, you know, you know, kids that are under 9 years old, like if you think those things are okay, then you know, how are you going to operate? Because to me, like my moral code keeps me on track.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's because you're saying it one-sided. You're not telling the other side of the story on what they're doing either. You're not saying what Hamas did. You're not saying.
Yeah, but how come we all can't agree that both sides are fucked up? Like, why do we have to choose? That's the part that just throws me for a loop. Like, why is it that you're either anti-Jew or anti-Muslim? Like, why can't you just be American and those two things not have anything to do with you? You know, like I don't understand how we're like absorbing people's blood feuds and wars and to the point where like we now have to separate each other by our ideas of what happened somewhere else. Like it's never been like this ever before, you know?
And what they did.
What did Hamas do?
I mean, from day one, when you see the rapes and the videos, we've all seen it. This isn't something
what rapes and videos? But stay on.
I saw October 7th though. I like grew some balls to watch that shit. And it's true what he said. It was like the doors were wide open with zero pushback.
This year, if you want to continue with this.
But what videos?
But my concern when you're saying Israel's doing it, you're saying the other side isn't doing anything.
No, but I'm asking. There was no rapes during October 7th. They've shown.
I don't know about none of that, but I know that there isn't such thing on this earth as a crystal clean military. You know, like even our boys when they go overseas. If you think that there ain't some psychopaths in there doing some fucked up shit, well then you ain't been around enough of them. Maybe go hang out at a barracks every now and again.
No from October 7th. They showed no beheaded babies. All that was all bullshit.
I'll send you stuff. No, there's plenty of stories. It's not all of them.
The Israeli articles that I saw recently said that there was only 2 babies killed. One was shot by a bullet and the other one died in a hospital. There was no babies in ovens. There was no beheaded babies. All that was all bullshit.
Okay, so go back to the part when you said they think they're better than you. You believe that Jews think they're better than everybody else.
It says it in their Bible.
Okay, but you believe they're better than everybody else. Okay.
I didn't say they're better than everybody else.
They think.
According to their scripture.
Okay, but what if...
And then if you look at how they operate, right, like they literally caught people raping Palestinian prisoners, and there was riots. But the riots weren't because they were raping the prisoners. The riots were because they felt like they had the right to the fucking prisoners. That's why they almost had a fucking civil war, because they felt like they had the right to these prisoners. They felt like that was okay because they weren't Jewish. So, you know, when you have a society that operates like that, you're going to have fucking problems. And they're not the fucking most moral army. That's all fucking bullshit. You know, everything that they say, it's just like almost like, listen, when somebody lies to me, like if you lie to me, I'm not probably going to trust you again. You lie to me a second time, I'm definitely not going to trust you. You lie to me a third time, and I let you lie to me the third time, I'm the fucking idiot. These motherfuckers have lied like 10,000 times. So like, I don't believe anything they say anymore.
I come from a place of, I don't sit here expecting you to tell me 100% the truth. I don't sit here thinking.
That's crazy. That is absolutely insane that you don't expect people to talk to you with the truth. Like, okay, it's true people do lie, you know, but if your first interaction with a person is to expect them to lie to you, that there's something wrong with you if you really believe that.
Yeah, Dan's going to tell me 100% the truth with whatever he has in his life. I don't expect that from you because I don't expect people to walk on water. That's not my expect. I'm going to live my...
That doesn't mean that you walk on water. It just means that you know, like your word means something. That's the only thing. See, maybe this is the difference because he's from Iran, right? Like in America, we know the word is like the one thing that we got. That's why we're so hung up on free speech. So like maybe it's just like a cultural difference.
My life, I'm going to live it with my life, but you can't think that China's going to tell us the truth or Iran tell.
Because we know that China's our enemy. That's the worst example you could. Like, I don't know if they're our enemy or not. I assume because, you know, I'm brainwashed into believing it, you know, but like, when you think somebody is your enemy, you don't expect them to tell you the truth because they don't give a shit about you. But when you're talking to your friend, if your friend lies to you, you're crushed because you expect them to be truthful with you. This is a total stupid argument. He
tells us the truth, or U.S. tells everybody the truth, or you think any country is going to tell us 100% the truth.
But I don't know, man. I got a different moral code. Like in gambling,
it's not about
but in gambling and business, like with my friend group, like you lie one time, you welch on a debt, you do one thing.
In friendship, though,
I'm just saying, my friends, people that I know, people that do business.
They're our greatest allies. What the hell does that mean? They don't give us anything. So the best I got is that they're our friends. Like,
it's with people I gamble with. Like
it's the same thing I have as well. It's the same thing most people have. There's a difference between on the personal side than on the countryside. So you're America First. Is it fair to say you're America First? Okay.
Fuck yeah.
How do you feel about the protesting and the rioting going on in schools, academia, Harvard, you know?
Man, I can't stand a protester. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, it never gets anything accomplished, first of all. You're just out there making an ass of yourself. And you're always in the way of regular people that can do absolutely nothing to help you. You're not like taking it to the man on the front like lawn of the White House or wherever the hell, you know? Like, you're not doing that. You're like bothering the poor lady who's like going to get fired if she's late again at work. You're just like laying in the road like a retard, you know?
Oh, Colombia, when you've seen all the stuff that's going on, free Palestine, you know, gays for Gaza. When you see that, what do you think about it?
Like, I get this at like the heartfelt, you know, gays for Gaza thing, but like, come on, man, you can't. Can you just not be for Gaza? Like, why do you have to put the gays in there? Because then people want to correct you and go, you know, they fucking hate you, right? Like,
does it do anything to you, or you're like, let me support them?
I mean, I think it's pretty funny that it wasn't a problem until it was a gay.
Like, what is the gays? Like, the whole point of it is so that you can tell everybody you're gay. Like, why can't you just be pro-Palestine? Why do you have to be gays for Palestine? Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, it's just...
Against Israel, it wasn't a problem with BLM. It was fucking encouraged with BLM.
Always a problem.
Oh,
Bullshit. They fucking encouraged it. They let them burn down police stations. There was no.
Do you remember when CNN was like mostly peaceful protests and like the whole gas station behind them is on fire? Do you remember Chaz, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, where they like shut down all of, where was it, Seattle? I can't remember, but that was insane and wouldn't let nobody in. Like, he's 100, the summer of love. He's 100% right. It was wholeheartedly encouraged. At like the height of the so-called pandemic too, remember? Where like CNN had like the death counter. Can you imagine that? A death counter. That's how much they wanted to brainwash us into fear. For what reason? That's like a whole different rabbit hole. But yeah, they totally encouraged it. Because you couldn't even go outside for 3 months. They told you to stay in your house. And then unless you had a social justice problem, of then at which point all of the rules just went out the window.
Repercussions.
No, I'm not talking mainstream.
No, I'm talking about our government, our media
100%.
encouraged that shit, right? They encouraged it when it was BLM. Like, they literally burnt down police stations and it was fine.
Yep.
The mayor came out and was like, you know, no problem, no
Summer
arrests, no big
love.
deal. We don't give a fuck.
Right.
Take down statues, destroy buildings, burn cop
Oh
cars,
my God, remember that?
do whatever you want to do. But the moment it was Israel, now all of a sudden,
why do you think they were
students
okay with
get
that?
the shit beat out of them? They get arrested, they get pepper sprayed, they get fucking
Deported now?
maced, and those are peaceful protests. BLM was not peaceful. but it was fine because it wasn't criticizing Israel. What does that tell you?
What? Let me ask you a question.
Well, we'll answer that. What does that tell you? Who's in charge here?
But you're talking to a guy that I'm not sitting here saying would be. I'm talking to you like you and I. I'm not talking to you with $2-3 billion of damage they did to small business owners in communities that African Americans are living in, and who controls mainstream media. And there's only 2 outlets right now. We're talking to a couple of your friends here that were.
That is a stupid question on this topic to say who controls the media.
During lunchtime, we're having a conversation while we're having dinner with who controls mainstream media, the left. The only one that's on the right is one, okay? And that's also going to the left. Who controls CNN, CBS, ABC? That's left. Who controls universities? Left. Who controls schools?
Well, it's like 90-something% Jewish.
Right. So,
I mean, we could say left, but it's Jewish if we're being honest.
Not necessarily, because even right now, if you think about it, if you think about the right and the left, okay, who's taking the biggest hit with losing Jewish voters?
There is no right and the left. Okay, there's just not. They pretend like there is, but you ever notice that no matter who you vote for, in the end, you never get what you voted for? And they always like hide behind this like bipartisan shit. So yeah, there's no right and left.
Because most Jews vote left.
It's just like, who do you like to listen to talk? You know, that's what you're voting for.
You're not voting on the right.
Jewish vote is irrelevant. They're like 2% of the population.
But the money that they vote with their money.
I mean, yeah, but like at the end of the day, I think how much money goes into these campaigns isn't going to dictate as much as when you have a...
Who cares about money when influence is power? Just throwing that out there.
You know, a president that's like potentially getting assassinated. Like those are the drivers. I mean, you know, Kamala Harris is a drunken school teacher. Like she can't even like formulate a coherent sentence. I mean, I don't know. The idea of voting for her just seems crazy. My biggest criticism of Trump is his support of Israel. I mean, aside from that, I mean,
why do you think he's supporting Israel?
Because of money. That's why they all fucking support Israel. Money.
Well, you said it's not about money a minute ago.
Well, he wants money. I mean, these politicians are right. I mean, there's 2 reasons to run for president.
Right.
Because you're a good person and you want to do good.
Okay.
Or because you want fucking money.
Sure.
And fame. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the only reason somebody would join president.
You're a good person.
Or you want money and fame.
And fame.
That's it.
2 reasons why you run.
Why else would you
Why
run
do you think
president?
Trump's reason is?
Money and fame.
You think he wants money and fame?
100%.
You think Trump's running because he wants money and fame?
100%.
He has money. He is famous.
He wants people to love him. He wants attention. I mean, he was doing like reality shows for Christ's sakes. Like he wants more money.
I totally get it. But you think he is more, you know, he is, how much you think it matters for Trump to be liked?
I think he wants people to like him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, he
100%.
should have never ran, because ever since he ran, people don't like him.
I get it. Well, I mean, but that's the fame is
I think more people liked him than didn't like him. I think people who didn't like him were just louder, you know?
like that. I mean, fame is polarizing. Like,
There's
you know,
a
I
big
mean,
difference.
there's very few people that become famous that don't have people hate them. I mean, it comes with the territory. Like, if you want to be loved, you're going to be hated as well. It's just, that's the
in
way.
2014,
100%, yeah.
he could have been invited to Beyonce and Jay-Z's party in
Who
2014.
the hell wants to go there?
And in
Dance party
2014,
with
he would have been
Beyonce.
invited to, you know, with NAACP in 20. He went to everything. So
One thing to be invited to parties, another thing to have international
No, I'm
status
talking from
and
the
legacy.
True. He is like crazy famous. He's like Michael Jackson level fame at this point.
And, you know, I
Like
mean,
the entire world knows his name. That's just crazy to even think about, you know?
So the reason why I brought the money side with Jews. So who do you think the recent event with October 7th hurt more, the left or the right, politically?
October 7th? What do you mean?
Israel, Hamas, like this whole back and forth. Which political party you think has a lot?
Why should it matter? Like just the question alone proves that there is a fucking problem. Like nobody's going, oh, who do you think it hurt worse, the left or the right? Whoever didn't support Hong Kong. You know what I mean? Like it's
More, you know, taking a bigger hit with their position they've taken with the Jews.
I mean, they're both pro-Israel. So I don't think it's a left against the right when it comes to Israel. And that's like what people think is like, but it's just a distraction. Like they're both pro-Israel. They're both, I mean, fucking Biden's giving Israel shitloads of money. Like, what do you mean?
Sure.
Trump's going to give shitloads of money. Trump's going to fucking go to war with Iran. What are you talking about? They're both fucking...
So, you know, this interview was a year ago, so he's not wrong. This whole interview has aged very well for Dan, because we ended up, bombing Iran by saying they were forming a nuke or whatever. And the only proof that we had was Israeli intelligence.
You think Trump's going to go to war with Iran?
He said he's going to.
No, it's his way of saying to not go to war.
He said he's going to.
The same way he said with everybody else that he was going to push them. Well, more didn't happen. He said...
I mean, I don't know. I feel like he said that he was going to...
So then let me ask you, so who would you vote for today? It doesn't sound like you're voting for anybody.
I mean, if I had to choose between those two, Trump for sure.
Dude, seriously, right? But the truth is if you want to vote for somebody else, you have this fear, you know? We all vote out of fear now. None of us vote because of our own ideas. We vote out of fear that the nut job will get in office. I don't care if you're on the right or the left. We both have the same shtick, you know? And we all actively are convinced to vote against our own interest. I don't know if you ever realized that, but we are. You know, Republicans would be like, we shouldn't have all this free health care and free college and free this and free that. Well, you know what? The Democrats at least figured it out that if we don't spend the money on us, they're just going to give it to other countries. So why not us, you know? And then Democrats, you're really telling me you don't want to walk down the street and feel safe?
I don't even think it's close. I mean, Kamala's half a fucking retard.
She is a whole ass retard. What is you talking about?
And she pushes, all this woke left ideology. This is nonsense. She's a fucking complete moron. Not that Trump is a super genius either, but light years past her. I mean, she was one of the most hated people. How she even got the fucking nomination is beyond me. How they didn't give it a big mic is crazy.
She didn't get the nomination. They just gave it to her both times. They didn't even have what is that, the primary? I don't remember what it is, but it's where they all get together and the Democrats decide who's going to run for president. They didn't have that. They were just it's going to be Biden. And then Biden got sick and then they were it's got to be her. Dan Bilzerian seems like a really cool dude. Okay, bye.
Generation L, we're losing, screwed from the start in the mess you're choosing.